Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another H-4 replay. Small on top right side as the Cyan Mongols, we have the dog. Full on bottom left side as the blue English, we have Kaiser, Johan. Mongols versus English. The English of course have access to longbowmen as well as some early and vanguard man-at-arms. Which also went for an early farm here as well. Trying to prolong his food collection rate, he will need to take time to build out. Yep, he does have enough wood to get out a additional lumber camp there. The English farms, of course, is significantly cheaper as well. And the farms and the sheep do get collected at the same rate. Later on, he can always improve the farm collection rate with a nearby mill. He could push it a little bit farther away, so care about these berries as well. Council Hall going on up. Up here does go from outpost, and now trying to collect the gold as well. That outpost is really not needed, but oh, I did not realize this. I've got some early horsemen there. It does pick off a villager nice and early. Early horsemen only have one pierce armor, so they cannot withstand council fire whatsoever. So let's pick off one of those villagers there. He does get out the council hall. He does have enough gold. Plenty of gold actually in reserve. This is going out for barracks as well. You can't deploy out spearmen in feudal age. Only man-at-arms as for the English. But man-at-arms are still going to be very useful versus these early horsemen. But now you can get out a spearman to help poke away this horse. Silver tree now being pulled out on the field. There's some good trade possibility here. You got a nice clear line of path here. And it also has two deer deposits here, so it's a bit more natural to pull out gear here and outpost, and that outpost could be useful later on for your trade. So he does have good locations for the deer, which will correlate with good trade. Does get out early pasture here to help improve his sheep production. It's actually, in my opinion, a good idea to push back the pasture by one tile away from your town centers, because sometimes when your villagers dance around trying to get the sheep, do completely go around the pastures. And sheep can walk. Make them walk. We do have a couple of spearmen here and long bows. The columns from advancing forward. You also got wheelbarrow being researched by the Mongol player now.
Let us escort. Yes, sir.
On receive a bit of damage there. And it looks like the English player is being a little bit defensive at the moment. And there we go, got the mill there, but he doesn't exactly put it too close to the berries to help try to combine it. But of course, you can always go for another mill over here and collect the berries that way. He does knock out the Khan's sheep that was following him. He's led that sheep to his doom. The Khan's going to be running around trying to find another escape out of there. We got a good number of longbowmen here and spearmen. We got a line of economic text being researched from the Mongol player. He's going for the eco style. He does have more archers being put on the field. Does get, I think also Lusky is going for 2x2 archers. So he's spending all of his, or may have been times 3x2 archers. So he is going for spending his stone onto these early archers. He does have a bit of stone still sort of as well. If he's put the gear nearby, he can always improve these current economic techs. Though it is quite expensive. It's 150 stone in order to get the basic ones, but going for these basic ones at least pretty good. They do pay out quite early. While the next layer of research, you can see here, the next one does cost 350 in total resources. The next ones do cost 350 stone. While ones following that is like 700 in total. So you need basically 700 stone for that. Yeah, the Mongols always have an uphill battle. They don't get any real good economic benefits other than the no need for housing. Which at this point in time is saving him about, a house is what, 50 wood. So it's right now saved him about 250 wood. Not a whole lot, honestly, for his opponent. Because soon, this farm will be collecting at a, resources will be collecting at an incredibly high rate. We have some traders now being pulled on the field. The scout does spot this. Blue could eye harassing it. He does have a sizable ground army. Science right now just pulling out Mass Archer. And Cyan really should eye collecting up these deer relatively early, but he's going straight for pastures. I disagree with that, because he can combine placing down a gear and a outpost here to help combo the two to go along with the trade as well. And deer gets collected up at a pretty good rate. Does go for a large number of pastures here. That is 600 wood worth of pastures. Khan does go down there, catch to see a bit of fire there. And in comparison to English as well, these farms cost 37 each. They're incredibly cheap even compared to other farms as well. So, one pasture is able to work for 3 villagers. These farms are not only cheaper than pastures in total, but with nearby mill, they also provide more than even deer. English farms are incredibly powerful. They should not, in my opinion, receive a discount on farms. They already provide a large amount of food benefits. It does currently have 5 pastures here that can support up to 15 villages worth of collection. Now got the sizable force advancing on forward. Blue trying to get some outposts around, not only for spotting, but also for the network of castles. Does get engagement there. Spearman will find a massive hit there on these Keshiks. Keshiks have received quite a bit of fire there. You may want to find a palisade wall and start torching it down to get some health. Early man-at-arms deployed on field. They of course have 3/3 armor, so they can withstand a large beating from these archers. But it does have +1 pierce damage, so they're doing 3 damage per arrow rather than just 2. A 50% increase. Now blue is going to either hit the trade line. If it hits the trade line, that will severely hurt the Mongol player. Keshik's charging forward with the support of a scout. New Khan has been put in field. This will help increase having the arrow benefit to help increase the rate of fire of these archers for 5 seconds. So basic gets him out 1 extra volley of arrows. Nothing too significant, honestly. The Khan will also help him spot these forces. This Keshik could charge forward as well. There's a large number of man-at-arms in this region as well. He does not... He's gained pierce armor release as well. This will reduce the damage output by the Mongol archers by 50%. There's a bit of time window for the English player to receive a lot of damage from these archers. Does get the armor research complete there. The Keshik's now engaging as well. Does get the front line there, so now just a longbowman. The Keshiks should be able to deal with these longbowmen, give enough time. Does hit a deer there, misclick. Does take out a couple of traders. 3 of the traders go down. And these longbowmen have been pursued, and they will be destroyed. Try to get the Khan before they go down, but they're unsuccessful. 5 civilians have gone down for Cyan. Only 2 have gone down for blue. Yeah, something garrison inside this outpost. I'm not sure what it is. See, it's no idle villagers. Not a villager. Could it be that 1 scout? Yes, the Cyan player has 2 scouts in the field. There's at least 1 right here. There's the other, so I'm not sure what's inside this outpost at the moment. Could be that early horseman. I haven't seen him in a bit of time. And it's not in this armory, so it must be the early horseman. This force is pushing forward. Is good enough archers hit these scouts, or not scouts, spearmen, and hit the scouts, and hit the longbowmen. Does use the arrow resource there. Does go ahead and dissipate almost instantaneously. So I'm trying to fall him back, trying to get some good damage there. Does take on a little scout. All the scouts do go down. He's trying to get the man-at-arms. He needs to make sure to hit those spearmen so the catchers can push it forward. But blue doesn't actually have any spearmen. Those archers need to hit those longbows. The catchers can deal with this man-at-arms. Both take a bit of time. Catchers do 16 damage at 4/4 armor at the moment, while the man-at-arms do have 3/4 armor and 10 damage. A little less health as well, but of course they're much cheaper than Keshiks as well. Keshiks are the best way for the Mongols to deal with the man-at-arms. The English player needs to probably pull out a bit of a spearman to mix in the man-at-arms, just honestly, because I'll help them hit those Keshiks as they hit the man-at-arms. Sign's now forming up, trying to apply some pressure there. It does keep his opponent crowded in his face as he gets more traders in the field. He has 10, so he does have a bit of extra income coming on in. Archers doing a bit of damage there. Looks like this wolf will be taken out by the scout. There may be a breach here relatively soon if the villagers keep on collecting up that wood. These villagers may just want to be taxed off that wood and perhaps find another deposit of wood over here.
Let us go. Et Hilda!
Villagers trying to go for another outpost here for spotting purposes. The Khan is still in this area, able to find some good spotting. Does have 10 Keshik and a good number of archers. And now the sign player is now eyeing to collect up some of these horse puppies. He is getting survival techniques research. He can go for some outposts to help protect the villagers and to help the trade in all in one. Does use the arrow deployment there, giving some extra arrows firing. Blue's front line is starting to disintegrate. He needs to get out the improved arrow research to really increase the damage output of his archers. That's where most of his damage is coming from at the moment. Man-at-arms have been mostly cleaned on up. Science now advancing forward, trying to hit the longbowmen. Hit some of the man-at-arms as well. There's only a couple Keshiks remaining. Over here, that's just a horseman hitting those traders. A couple spearmen do get deployed out of the field, but they quickly get focused down along with the man-at-arms. All the Keshiks are now down. The English player needs to pull out some more man-at-arms at current rate. He does have a good food collection being pulled on out thanks to these mills. Able to collect them at a faster rate than even deer.
We got.
Got multiple horsemen here. Single Kesh is trying to stop these horsemen. Let's take the column there as well, which does deny a lot of vision. Blue's now trying to go for outposts here, not only for spotting, but also for the network of castles. He does pull out some palings there while at it. Very nice. Horsemen being chased on away. Does not appear they got any of these traders. Currently has 17 in the field, so it does have maximum benefits. Keshik now trying to hit these trader or horsemen now. This Keshik needs to go on a patrol move. Right now, Sign has a sizable force on the field, 79 versus 53.
Yes.
Got a gear being put out right there. He needs to go for an outpost for spotting. Right now he's having trouble seeing this area. He does have a pair of scouts deployed in the field. I'm not sure where they're at. Looks like over here is one. Archers trying to advance them forward. One of them does get picked off by the longbowman. Blue does have a scout in this region for spawning purposes. Does have 10 man-at-arms and 5 spearmen as well. Has a good number of Keshiks here, so there's not enough spearmen to stop these Keshiks. Does get a good charge there. Got a massive melee. Science archers in general aim move forward. It's probably a good idea to help them hit everything. Too many archers there to really micro around. If you micro too much, you have to grab a small part of them so you don't overkill stuff. And Sign will overrun Blue's force, who's not withdrawing from the area. Let's get the network of castles now activated there. Man-at-arms still gains some good damage there. They take a lot of abuse. English player does have enough gold to age up, just need a lot more food. The Mongol player does have a good amount of gold as well. He does have more civilians out in the field thanks to all those traders. Basically an equivalent to another town center. I got this wolf now biting these villagers. Prototype now being employed out as well. It is being employed out right here to help him provide a good defensive or offensive strong point. Seeing the position he's in the game, a good offensive point wouldn't be half bad. The English player is powered to age up as well. He probably will go for the King's Palace. There is a big breach here. The King's Palace now being employed out right there. When the Curl Tie is complete, he's going for Siege Engineers and Improved Siege Engineers. Nope, just regular Siege Engineers. Improved Siege Engineers is really nice. He'll pull out Mangonel. Going for Veteran Archer, Veteran Keshik, and Pierce Armor. Is Ovo. Has he redeployed out his Ovo somewhere? Right over here. And now he's also going for the Whistling Arrow as well. Very, very important. We got that a long time ago. He's also going for the Raid Bounty. This is a good time to get it, because once you start destroying opponent's buildings, it actually provides a decent amount of money in return. 150 resources is a significant amount, especially when the English tend to pull out outposts everywhere. That give you a nice little boon there. Got all these horsemen charging forward, trying to get these raiders. Does take out that outpost there. Pearl Tie packing on up, pushes his way forward now. Archers facing forward, gets good damage there. King's Palace partially garrison, gains some damage on in. Those damage outputs not exactly that great. Currently it's at 7 arrows at a pretty slow attack speed. Takes some good hits there onto these. He's hit these farms. He's going to torch down anything. Go for the farms. He does have those raid bounties on the next thing of the queue, so he doesn't have that just yet. Archers actually hitting these farms is not a good idea. They don't have any good armor. Well, they do actually have a lot of pierce armor. They just don't have a good amount of health. Keshik's backing off. We're seeing a bit of fire from these forces. Does get the Curl Tide flowing field. Gains some massive health, regen, and damage output on everything here. Now does get the arrow, or defense arrow there, giving everything +2/+2 armor for a short amount of time. Giving these veteran archers 4 pierce armor for 12 seconds. Able to negate half the damage from the veteran longbowman. And right now the Curl Tide nearby do have 10 damage, and the English player does back out the game now. Unable to harass that trade line successfully enough. This is Anagrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.